find that long spine here. And start to move the spine into your cat-cow. So as the inhale comes into the body, the tailbone rises, the belly reaches forward with the heart and the crown of the head, and the shoulders draw back. And as you exhale, the tailbone curls in, the belly lifts to the spine, the hands press into the earth, the head drops. And then start to find that connection of breath and movement. Here, inhale as you open the front of the body. And exhale as you round and open the back of the body. So find that movement and that connection of the slow Ujjayi breath, moving with the movement of your body. And then here, feel those parts that are making contact with the earth. Feel into your hands. Notice where the weight is, and then start to even it out through the hand with the fingers spreading. There's a little lift in the arch of the hand, and then feel into your shin bones, even out that weight from the knees to the tops of the feet and the toes. And close your eyes here and feel as you're moving, and let your body move organically. Let it move in whatever way it feels called to move. Take about 4 breaths here to just get in the body, get in the breath, get out of your head, and just feel as you're moving. And that might be being still, and that's fine, or it might be moving really dynamically, or it might be moving very slowly and small. However you feel called. Stay with your breath, stay with that place of noticing, that place of awareness, that attunement to those sensations in your body, even to whatever thoughts might come into your head. Notice them as they come up and approach it with a sense of curiosity. Isn't that interesting? And then come back to the breath, come back to the body. From here, land back into your tabletop. Take an inhale, get the spine long, wrap the biceps forward so the soft creases of the elbows start to pin forward, and then lift your front ribs to the back and lift your navel to your spine. Take your right leg, press into the toes, and press the heel back. And start to breathe all the way through the arch of the foot. Let the toes spread as wide as they can get. Breathe into the sole of the foot, the Achilles tendon, the calf, the back of the leg, all the way to that attachment to your glutes. So there's a lift and a press in that right leg, at the same time that there's a lift and engagement in your core. Neck is just neutral in line with the spine. From here, inhale. If your shoulders have come back of your wrist, bring them back forward. And then keep that flexing in the right foot, but lift the heel right up in line with your hip. No higher, just in line. And then notice if that's made your back kind of sag down, and re-pull the ribs and belly in. Re-spin the toes down and the inner thigh up. And then come onto your left fingertips. So you're tenting that left hand, you're pressing the right heel back, you're pulling your belly and your ribs in, and the right forearm or the right bicep is spinning forward. Then maybe you take that left arm and stretch it forward as well. And you're just breathing, extending, feel into your front hand, your back shin. And then exhale and set that left hand back flat. Bend your right knee so that the sole of the foot is facing the ceiling. You're still spinning that inner thigh up and pulling your belly up. Good. And then ribs up. We're going to turn on the back of the leg. Exhale, press to the ceiling. Feel your glute turn on without letting that hip roll open. Good. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, press to the ceiling. So it can be a little minor lift. Inhale, lower it. Exhale, press to the ceiling. Feel that glute turn on. Inhale, drop it down. Good. From here, bring it to hover right above the floor next to your left knee. It's just hovering. And then take it straight up to the side. Good. Now try not to let that left hip float over to the left. Feel your core turn on a lot here. Outer right thighs turn on a lot. And then stay here or straighten that leg. And then bend the knee. You're trying to keep your shoulders right over the wrist and straighten that leg. Good, and then let that foot come all the way down. Inhale, stand all the way up, stretch the arms up. Right hand to the outer right thigh, reach your left arm up and over. And then inhale, both arms come back up. Exhale, hinge forward, set the hands back under the shoulders. Take an inhale, flex that right foot, exhale, lift it up. Take it straight back, spin the hip down. From here, exhale, knee to the forehead, navel to the spine, and round and just hold here, trying to tuck your forehead into your nose, rather your forehead into your knee. And inhale, stretch it back. And exhale, tuck it in. And inhale, stretch it back. Flex the foot, set the toes down, press into the back of that leg. Okay. From here, with the biceps spinning forward, curl the left toes under, left knee is going to stay bent, right leg's going to stay straight. Exhale and just come into a down dog here. Stretching that whole back of that right leg a little bit more. And then inhale, back down, left knee down, right knee down. From here, take your right hand, flip it over so that the fingernails are on the mat, spread them out, start to lower the hands down, coming only as far as feels good. Maybe the back of the hand leans to the mat, and maybe you lean back in your hips a little bit. And then just shake out that hand. Flick the fingers, set it back down. Re-pull everything to the midline, send your left leg back, toes on the floor, heel pressing back. Activate that left leg, feeling the back of the left thigh lift, feeling the heel press, opening up into the arch of the foot, into the toes, the Achilles tendon, the whole back of the leg. And then bring the shoulders back over the wrists, draw the core in, and exhale, lift that left leg up. Good, the hips spinning down, the ribs and belly are drawing up. And then tent up onto your right fingertips. You can stay right here, or you can have both hands flat, or take that right arm and stretch it forward. You're really pressing through your heel and reaching through your fingertips and lifting and pulling everything into the midline. Good, and then exhale, set that right hand down. Bend that left knee so the sole of the foot's facing up. Pull the belly and ribs back in. A little push to the ceiling. Feel that glute turn on without letting the hip open. Inhale, let it lower in line with the hip. Exhale, push it up like you're pressing that ceiling away from you. Inhale, lower down. And again, exhale, push up. Try not to compress in that low back. So keep your belly really strong so that this action's in the glute and in the hamstring, not in your back. And then lower that leg. Let it come to hover right next to your right knee. And then exhale and lift it straight out to the left in that fire hydrant. Good. Yes. Biceps are spinning forward, belly's in. And then kick that leg out straight to the side. And bring it back in. And kick that leg straight out to the side. Set it down. Inhale, rise all the way up. So I'm going to be opposite, you guys. Set the left hand to the thigh and inhale, reach that right arm up and over. And then inhale, both arms float up. Exhale, set the hands right back down under the shoulders. Bring that left leg back behind you. Inhale here, exhale, knee to the forehead. Curl and touch. Try and touch the knee and the forehead together. And then inhale, take it back. And exhale one more time, curl it in. And inhale, take it back, flex the foot, set the toes down. Curl the right toes under, take an inhale, and then exhale. Down dog here. And then go ahead and take that right foot back to meet the left and pedal out both legs. And then inhale forward to high plank. And exhale, set the knees back down. So you land back in your tabletop. Turn those left fingertips over, fingernails on the mat, spread out the fingers. Lean into the top of the hand as much as feels good and pull back as much as feels okay for you there. And then release that. Curl the toes under, sit back on your heels. If that's not possible, sit up, but as much as you can, try and stretch out these toes. We'll just be here for a few minutes. Take the arms out side to side. Stretch your pinky fingers out and down, your ring fingers, your middle, your index fingers, then grab the thumbs and turn all the knuckles down. Roll out the wrists here. Good. Come back forward onto your tabletop, uncurl the toes and just tap out the tops of the feet. This is bend your biceps forward again, belly ribs in. We're going to step back into our high plank. And exhale, back to down dog. Good. We'll spend about 5 breaths here. So you can take whatever movement here feels good, pedaling out the heels, maybe taking the hips side to side. We're staying in stillness. And then set your knees down wide and your big toes to touch and just sit back into a child's pose. Let your heart drop to the earth, your head drop to the earth, and let the hands walk together so that the palms are touching right in front of your head. Feel that length from your fingertips to your tailbone. Feel into those parts of the body making contact with the earth or dropping down towards the earth. And then inhale, lift your forearms and your fingertips and just drop the thumbs right to the nape of the neck. The elbows can even inch forward a little bit as your hips sink back. Don't relax any tension in the neck or the jaw. Go ahead and release the hands down, knowing that this is always a place you can return to at any point during our practice. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. Exhale, step back to high plank. We're going to hold in high plank here for 5 breaths. You can be right here. You can be right here. Okay. For those that are in high plank, you might stay right here, or you might take that right foot and hover it above the ground, press through the heel. It's like an inch or maybe 2 inches off the floor, not much. Then you might come onto your left fingertips. Similar to what we did on our knees, we're just adding on. You might not do any of this. You might take your left arm and reach it forward, finding that strength for 3 and 2. Set that left hand down, set that right foot down. Shake it out a little bit. Let's do the other side. Firm up that high plank. Left foot rises. Right fingertips to the mat. Maybe right arm forward. 3, 2, and hand down, foot down, downward facing dog. Lock it. Inhale, look to the hands, and on the exhale, just take a slow walk all the way to the top of the mat. Let the feet come hip distance and parallel. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or your thighs. Lengthen the heart forward. And exhale, fold all the way in. Let the head and neck go. From here, let the arms just sway with soft knees all the way across. Heavy arms, heavy head, heavy torso. Strong legs, firm in that tripod through each of the feet. Firm down into the feet, bend down into the knees, lift up into the belly, and roll yourself to stand. Let the head come up last. Once you come up, roll the shoulders back, go ahead and spin the palms forward, find your mountain pose. Close the eyes for a moment. Feel your feet. Again, imagine those roots growing down out of the feet. And then feel that strength in the legs, the column of your legs. There's a lift through the arches of the feet and the kneecaps up into the pelvic floor, the belly, the heart, and the crown of the head. Legs are strong, firm, and grounded. From here, go ahead and inhale, sweep the arms, raise them all the way up to the sky. Maybe lift the heart, maybe even lift the gaze. And then on the exhale, bring the gaze neutral and let the arms float right behind your back and interlace them. Elbows start bent, shoulders roll back as you inhale, and then as you exhale, start to press the knuckles back. Let your palms separate so that you're stretching your wrists a little bit, but the fingers are tightly woven together. As you do that, the shoulders are drawing down and back. The front ribs and the belly are drawing up and in. Good, and the legs are firm here. Then soften the knees and exhale, fold forward. Your thighs can come, your torso can come right on your thighs, and your head drops, and your knuckles lift. So the shoulders are lifting away from your ears, and then start to straighten the legs without locking them out as much as feels good. Trying to maintain some contact between your ribs or your torso and your thigh bones. Good. And then let the hands float down to your sacrum and separate the hands. Inhale, slide them up to the shins where the thighs get long. And on the exhale, bend the knees a lot again. And this time, slide the palms right under the soles of the feet so that you're stepping on your palms. And then there's equal and opposite energy. You're both pulling up on your foot, but you're pressing down on your hand, and your shoulders are lifting, and your elbows might start to move side to side. Again, your knees can be as bent as they need to be for this, and then as you feel ready, they can start to straighten. Maybe you even pedal out the knees here. Bend one and then the other, and let the hips move around. Or maybe you're still. Take another 2 breaths here. Good, and then release the hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart. Exhale, walk it back, downward facing dog. Triceps wrap into the face, tailbone lifts high, heart presses back to the thighs, thighs press back behind you, kneecaps lift. Inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up, hip stays squared, so that same kind of inner rotation of the thigh. Exhale, knee comes into the forehead, same thing that we did on our knees, try to touch your forehead or kiss your knee. And inhale, stretch it back and up. Same thing, exhale, knee comes in, look to your right thumb, step your right foot there. Go ahead and set your left knee down and inhale, rise into your low lunge. Let's keep our toes curled under for this first version. Triceps wrap in, inhale, lift the heart, lift your pelvic floor and feel that hip flexor start to open. Interlace the hands and set them right at the base of the skull with the thumbs running down the neck. Take an inhale, let your elbows be wide here, and then as you exhale, drop the back of the head into your hands. Inhale, lift your heart. Good, now uncurl your toes. Keep that firmness in that foundation, front foot, back shin, and exhale, let that right hip or right sit bone float a little closer to your right heel. And then draw the outer right hip back. And as you do that, you're scissoring your thighs together, your back shin and your front foot together. And then inhale, lift the skull and let the head drop back into your hands. Big breath here. Stay here or firm up that core and release the hands up and back. Beautiful. Exhale, come back upright. Set the hands down for your half split. Shift that left hip back over the left knee and the right leg long. Shoulders draw back, heart reaches forward. Half split. From here, this is where that block might come handy. You'd want it out in front of you. If you don't have it, I'll demo it. From here, take an inhale, set that foot flat. Your hands can be on the block or on the floor. Curl the left toes under. We're going into that warrior 3 variation. A block's just nice to have a little bit of height. Roll that left hip down. Pull the belly up and in, and you can adjust the height of your block or your book or whatever it is that you have that you're using. Okay. Then maybe let that right hand come down and forward. And maybe this left hand comes back by your left leg. And then set that left hand down. Set that right hand down. Left foot comes hip distance next to your right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. This time, take the hands, palms to the earth, bottom of the foot to the top of the hands. And again, you may need to bend your knees. This may not be available to you. You do what works for you. Elbows can bend back to your shins. Head is dropping. Release the hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, hip is squaring. Exhale, knee into the forehead, curl in, round it. Inhale, reach it back and up. Exhale, same thing, look to your left thumb, set your foot there, right knee to the ground, keep the toes curled under. Inhale, rise into your low lunge. Right away, scissor those legs, pull that belly up and in, firm up your foundation. Switch up the clasp, but interlace the hands again, thumbs down the neck. Inhale, lift up the base of the skull, lift up from the pelvic floor and the belly. And then exhale and sink in through that left sit bone. Outer left hip draws back. Now uncurl the toes and firm up through the top of the foot. Take an inhale, lift the heart, drop the head back. Open across the chest here, keeping the belly really strong. Stay here. Or let those arms float up. Maybe look up or maybe look forward, but big breath through that right side into that extension. And then as you exhale, come back up, set the hands down, half split. Left leg straight and long, toes up, inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Sorry. Okay. From here, we're gonna get ready to go into that warrior three. So take an inhale, set your left foot flat, grab your block if you have it, or hands to the floor, and exhale, lift that right leg up. Spin the right hip down, pull the belly and the ribs in. Then, keep the right hand down on the floor or on a block. Watch that left knee so it's not locking out, and maybe send your left arm forward. This is all maybes. Then if you have that, maybe your right arm lifts and floats back. Set the right hand down, set the left foot down, set the right foot hip distance next to your left. Inhale to lengthen, exhale. From here, soften the knees and just let the elbows rest, or the hands rest right in the elbow creases, and the head hang heavy. And sway side to side. And then release the arms. Inhale, lengthen the heart, and exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale forward to your high plank. Set the knees down, shoulders back and elbows in, and lower to the belly. Extend the legs, anchor them down. Inhale, extend the heart, lift it up. Draw the shoulders back and tuck the elbows in. Lift your navel, firm your legs. Baby cobra. And then on the exhale, press through your hands and your knees, downward facing dog. Steady, fluid, ujjayi breath. Okay. Inhale, lift and lengthen that right leg back and up. And exhale, knee to the forehead, round it. Inhale, take it up and back. Exhale, same thing, but step it to the right thumb. This time, keep your left knee up if that's possible. For a runner's lunge, if it's not, you'll return to your low lunge. Right knee stacks over that right ankle. Firm up the back of the left leg by lifting it. Pull the belly in. Strong foundation in those legs. You want your feet about hip distance apart. And then maybe your hands can hover off the ground. Maybe they can even float back by your hips. And you start to feel a length from the heel to the crown of the head. The whole length of the spine, shoulders draw down from the ears and fingers are spreading. And then on the inhale, peel your torso up, extending arms up, high lunge. Good. From here, inhale, bend that left knee and hover it above the ground. Pull your low belly in. Feel that left hip flexor open. Feel your ribs draw back. You're hovering, 90 and 90. And then exhale, straighten both legs. And do that 4 more times. Inhale, lower and hover the legs. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Pull the low belly up. Exhale, straighten the legs. 3 more like that. Inhale and lower. And exhale and straighten. 2 more. Inhale, lower, hover the legs. And exhale, straighten. 1 more time. Inhale, lower, hover the legs. Exhale, straighten, lift the kneecaps. Outer right hip draws back. Reach, 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 reach forward. Set the fingertips to the ground. Keep the left heel high. Right knee draws back, heart forward. Nice long pyramid. From here, maybe start to drop that left heel right behind your left toes. Maybe lift the front of the right foot. Breathing wherever you are. Beautiful. And then set that right foot back flat as you lift that left heel, bend the right knee, walk the hands forward. Keep the left hand under the left shoulder and inhale, float the right arm up. Draw that outer right hip back, lift the back of the left thigh. Beautiful. Okay, set that right hand back down. Okay, watch this. You're gonna slide your right foot back about a foot, maybe a foot and a half, so you're short. You're gonna come onto the outer edge of your left foot and spin your right toes to face the side of your mat. Left hand comes flat under your shoulder, right arm floats to the sky. So it's like you're in a side plank with this kickstand. Right foot flat, outer edge of the left foot, flexing and on the earth. We're gonna inhale, lower your left hip towards the floor and reach your right hand to your back foot, your left foot. The left shoulder might hike up a little bit, that's okay. You kind of feel this hammocking in your left waist. Okay, we're gonna lift, press into your feet. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the arm up over your ear. Exhale, sink the hips, reach the arm. 1 more time. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the arm. Exhale, drop down. Okay, from here, inhale, lift the hips, reach the arms straight up, right where we started. Then, we're gonna move back to high plank. You can move through a side plank, or you can just step the foot back and come through high plank. Inhale here, exhale, set the knees down or not, and lower to the belly. Beautiful. Set the hands behind you. Interlace them in your non-habitual clasp. Extend the legs and anchor the feet. Inhale, reach the heart forward, lift it up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and reach the knuckles back to your feet. Neck stays long. Breathing here. Exhale, lower down, make a pillow with the hands. Let the legs separate and soften and rock the hips side to side. Okay, hands under the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, you can reverse your chaturanga, press through hands and knees either way. Land back to down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to the forehead, round it. Inhale, reach it back and up. Exhale, same thing, left knee steps to the left thumb, runner's lunge. Find that foundation, find that firmness in the legs, that lift in the belly, and then hover the hands and float them back. And then inhale and peel yourself up for your high lunge. Pull the belly and the ribs in. Drop that right knee to the ground. Do that again. Inhale here. On the exhale, straighten both legs. One more like that. Inhale, lower and hover. Exhale, straighten and lengthen. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. 2 more. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, press up. One more time. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, press up. Keep that right heel high. Lift both kneecaps. Reach to your hands as you reach back to your tailbone. Long, long, long. Set the hands down, long pyramid. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Right heel can stay up high or start to drop it right behind your toes. Left foot can stay flat or lift it up. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, hinging. Good. From here, set that left foot back flat, lift the right heel, return to your runner's lunge. Left knee stacking over that ankle. Right hand to the earth and inhale, float the left arm up for an easy twist. Draw the shoulders back, reach the heart forward as you draw the outer left hip back. And then exhale, float that left hand down. Make some space by lifting your hips so you can slide that left foot back again. And then right hand comes back flat. Outer edge of the right foot, left toes face the side of your mat. Reach your left arm to the sky. Vishnu's couch. Inhale here. On the exhale, let your hips sink. Find that hammock in the waist. Reach your left hand to your right foot. Good. Should be a nice big opening in the waist. And then on the inhale, press into your feet, lift up to your hips, and reach your arm over your ear. Inhale. And exhale, sink in. 2 more like that. Inhale, press up, lift up, find that rhythm of breath. And exhale. If you're pumping prana into the body, inhale, stretch up. And last time, exhale, sink. And then inhale, just come neutral right where you started. We're going, landing in a high plank if you want to make your way through side plank. And then high plank. With or without the knees to the belly. Hands behind you, shoulders lift and lengthen back. Inhale, heart forward and up. Arms back and up, and this time legs back and up as well if that feels okay. And then release yourself to the earth, make a pillow, bend your knees and windshield wiper side to side. Release your legs down. Stay here, child's pose or down dog for the next 4 breaths you choose. Make your way to down dog if you're not already there. Inhale, look towards the hands, and at the bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or float the feet forward. Inhale, once you're there to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Either roll up or unhinge, come up with a long spine. Either way, make your way to an extended mountain. And exhale, drop your hands to the heart and close your eyes. Put your feet once more. Drop the shoulders out of the ears. Okay, from here, go ahead and let the eyes come open. Shift the weight into the right foot. Pick up your left knee. From here, we're going to move into tree pose. So options, toe on the floor, ankle, or heel above the ankle, foot on the calf, or foot on the upper inner thigh, above or below your knee. Stay here or take the arms up. Start to press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot and lift out of that standing right hip. And then cactus the arms here. Take an inhale, lift your heart. You might stay right here, gazing forward. Or you might take a little baby back one with the belly and the ribs and start to tip your fingertips back and your elbow tips forward and open across the chest. Maybe even let your gaze float to the ceiling. And then once you're there, take a big inhale across the chest. And then everyone exhale out the mouth. And then strong belly brings you back up. Inhale, bring the arms up. Bring that right knee to hover again. Flex the foot, cross the ankle over. And as if you're going in a chair, drop that right knee, figure 4. Exhale, sit into your chair. Sit back, sit down. Belly and arms can stay extended or they can be at the heart if that feels better. Try and flex those right toes or left toes and sit back. Outer right hip, drawing right back behind your knee, belly lifting. Breathing. And then inhale, stand up, let that leg float up. Last thing, take the right hand, grab that left knee, take the left arm, reach it behind you, and maybe let the gaze follow. Good. And then gaze comes back in front. Release the arms, inhale. Take this left foot, step it around behind your right. And then take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and reach up and over. And then inhale and unwind that. Step the foot down, step, or set the hands to the heart. Rock a little front to back. Even out the feet and then shift the weight into that left foot. Take the right foot for tree, ankle, calf, or upper inner thigh. Find that connection, find that lift. Extend the arms. Stay here or cactus them. Stay here on the inhale. Find that back bend, that chest opening, elbows, tips forward, fingertips back. Big open across the chest. Inhale, fill up, exhale, let it out the mouth. Ha. And then inhale, right on up. Let that right knee come to hover, flex the foot, cross it over the left. Find that figure 4. You can stay upright or start to sit back into your chair. Bum is back, heart is forward, belly's in. Hands can come to the heart or they can stay extended. Neck is long. And then inhale, stand up, float that leg up, float the arms up. Let that left hand grab that right knee, the right hand float behind you. Maybe the gaze follows and breathe here. And then inhale, gaze forward, arms forward. Exhale, take that right foot, step it around behind so you're kind of crossed. Left hand grabs the right wrist, inhale, stretch it up and over to the left. Beautiful, and then come upright, release the hands, release the legs, hands right back to your heart. Inhale, sweep both arms out and up, and exhale, forward fold. Final vinyasa, if you want it, you can float to chaturanga, you can step back to high plank. We're gonna land in down dog, so if you're ready to go there, just land in down dog. And then from down dog, we're gonna land in a wide squat. So step or float the feet to the pinky sides of the hands. Let the toes open, let the hips drop, and the elbows come to the inner thighs. Sit up tall here. Feel again the feet anchored down. Feel that connection between the palms of the hands. Feel the seat rooting down, but then feel a lift in the heart and a lift in the crown. Good. And then go ahead and open the eyes. Help yourself to seated. From here, go ahead and extend the legs and extend the arms and lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Grab a hold of your right knee and just hug it into your right shoulder. Let it windshield wiper left to right. And then slide the hands behind the hamstrings and flex and point your foot. Left leg is staying active. And roll out the ankle. Good. And then from here, bend the knee. Just set the foot right above your left knee, left hand on the thigh, right arm out, and just take a little twist here. If you have another twist that you prefer, feel free to take that one. Otherwise, anchor the back of the right shoulder down, spin the upper right ribs to the earth and the lower right belly towards the right knee. And breathe here. You can straighten the leg, you can have the legs crossed, whatever feels good. And then inhale and unwind that. Extend the leg to the sky. And as you lower that leg, flex and point all the way down. Helps to open the back chain of the leg. And then land with the foot flexing and hug the left knee in. And take that windshield wiper left to right. And then come back through neutral and extend the leg, holding behind the thigh, and flex and point the foot. Right foot still active. Circle the ankle. And then bending that knee, set that left foot right above your right knee. Left arm out to the side and exhale, take your spinal twist. The back of the left shoulder anchor, your gaze can even move that way, but it doesn't have to. Deepen the breath. And then inhale and unwind that. Re-extend that left leg up. And as you lower, flex and point all the way down to the floor. And then take both knees in wide to the shoulders and rock yourself side to side. And then come through neutral and find happy baby. That can be holding the backs of the thighs, the shins, the outer inner edges of the feet, tailbone to the earth, back of the head to the earth, soles of the feet to the ceiling, and breathe here. And then bring the soles of the feet together, like you're in a Baddha Konasana, and pull them toward your chest. And lower them down to the earth. Let the arms come into a loose cactus. Take a big inhale through the nose and fill up. And on the exhale, empty it all out the mouth. Again, take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale all out the mouth. We're going to add that count to our breath. So hands can stay here. They can come onto the belly or to the heart. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause empty. On this inhale, take it all the way up. Fill up a little bit more. Sip in a little bit more at the top, and then soften the throat and the jaw. Maybe sip in a tiny bit more air. Pause there. Feel that container. Feel all the energy moving in the body. Relax the jaw, relax the throat. A little bit more. And then exhale that slow release out the mouth, letting the arms and the legs release into your final resting pose, letting the whole body settle and melt down into the earth. Feeling every part of the body that's making contact with the earth. Feel that connection. Feel into that space between your body and the earth where that exchange of energy happens. Feel into the space around you. And then just let the whole body settle, letting go of all the effort and rest. Know Yourself as Light by M. Claire. Know yourself as light, bigger even than breath, larger even than the whole, quieter even than the quiet that holds you. Know yourself as held, softer even than as before, deeper even than any darkness. When the light body of you breathes without borders, knows not even of the concept or of any bounds at all. When you know yourself as only light, summoning the mystery to move through you, exquisite, innocent instrument of the long, long eternity of song, then know yourself as life's greatest laughter, life's greatest lover, beckoning the mystery, come hither. If you wish to stay in Shavasana, stay just as you are. Taking this much needed time to allow your nervous system to decompress, to allow your body and your mind to regenerate, to absorb all this prana you've created. To strengthen that attunement to your inner wisdom, your inner knowing. If you're ready to begin transitioning, you can start by just feeling and noticing. And then if you feel inclined to move, let your body move in whatever way it feels called to move. As slowly as you need to. Staying in that place of noticing, in that place of curiosity. Until maybe one hand comes to rest on the heart and one hand comes to rest on the belly. Perhaps both hands are on the heart or both hands are on the belly. But find some sort of contact with yourself, some physical contact with yourself. Feel into your heart of hearts and send yourself love and gratitude. And compassion and respect. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness and compassion for all beings. As you move through the rest of your day, feeling your body connected to the earth, feeling that sensation of being rooted not only to the earth, but into your center of being, your center of knowing. into that light body within each of you and moving from that space. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here with me. Namaste. Be back on Sunday. Sunday will probably be a little more down tempo. So thank you again. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.